Hey y'all, it's Indigo here. We're in the final round of week 3, season 10. Some 3v3 Grand Arena Championships. Um, Let me mention real quick that this opponent, I actually faced him in round 2 of last week. I did beat him last week, so seeing the board today was a little bit of a surprise. He definitely changed it up a bit. You can see that he's already gone. I happen to be recording right when I logged in to check. So you can see that he's two-shot, a couple things. Had a little bit of trouble there on my Darth Revan squad. Nothing too fancy. I mean, I've been running the same defense all week long, and I wanted to just see how it did and how people were able to go up against it. And it served me pretty well. This was the bottom. He one-shot my Rey, and then he didn't do any other battles on these other two. So I put up, I think, a pretty stout defense with my Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Knight Revan, my Darth Revan, lots of good stuff on defense. Well, my opponent did the same. Let me show you his squads, and you can kind of see it from the overview there that he went much heavier on defense this time than he did the last time I faced him last week. So, taking a look at what he's got up top here, he's got his own full Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan, Night Sisters, a full Grievous team. That's all stuff that I set too. So it's a lot like mirroring my own, my own board, because he set a lot of the same stuff that I set this round on defense. He doesn't have a Galactic Legend out front, but he did put his mothma team that I fought last week. And he put Daka with Zombie and Nest, just like I did, and a Jedi Knight Luke team right out there out front. So it can be a little tricky trying to decide what we're going to use to take these guys out. But I did run some testing in Arena, so I'm happy to jump into this first battle and show you guys this if you weren't aware of it already. I've been struggling with what takes out a Jedi Knight Luke squad fairly well, and I finally was able to get some testing done in Arena, and it turns out that my Traya team will work just fine. The Triumvirate's got enough power if you've got relics and modding down correctly, and I do. I've got a nice tanky Scion, I've got Relic 7 on my Traya and Scion, and Relic 4 on my Nihilus, so I wouldn't try this with no Gear 12 or low Relic trio, because it's probably not going to work for you. But I mean, look at that. Once you can go and get Isolate off on Jedi Knight Luke, you're golden. And then you just keep draining the cooldowns with Nihilus. You've got Scion there for an AoE Dispel if you need it. Usually people put a taunt with their JKL, so if you want to get rid of that, you've got his AoE Dispel, and you've got Nihilus's basic for a Dispel, and you're just basically buying time. Luke does hit kind of hard, but that's why you isolate and keep draining his cooldown so that way he doesn't get to use his special moves. And then most people do put him with Hermit Yoda and someone else. And there we go. Just annihilate him, take him out of the equation, and now it's much easier. All you got to do is clean up one add-on, and then Hermit Yoda will just retreat on his own, so we don't have to worry about him. And Kanan, actually, he used Kanan as a tank, and the fact that Kanan counters actually kills him a lot, like because of you're using Traya. So it actually does my work for me. In this case, he may not be the best choice. But I don't think it matters. I think the tougher one was Old Ben, just because if you have the Zeta, he keeps his taunt. But look at that, 51 banners. So I'm pretty proud of that. Didn't have to burn anything super OP. Triumvirate, but it's not like I'm burning a gas team on it or something else. I got other uses for that. I did test out gas there, and trio actually worked better, so I went ahead and used my gas up here in the next match. That Daka team, Daka with Zombie and Nest. And now I'm going to have to change up my defenses because, like I said, he set a pretty close mirror to what I had set on defense. So for all my future opponents, if you want to know how to beat my defenses, I'm showing you how to do it. While setting a decently heavy defense, I'm just going through one-shotting these teams. And gas here works really well because you don't have to worry about Daka reviving anybody, and you don't have to worry about zombies free revives. And he's also got the punching power to get rid of Nest at the right time. So fairly safe choice. Didn't want to take any chances of getting stuck on anybody, getting stuck behind taunts. 51 banners there. And then the mothma team, people were telling me about that, asking me what I thought would work. And last time I tried Padme and it failed. They just kept reviving. And so I ended up using gas. Well, I didn't want to have to burn gas on this. I felt it would be better against that NS Nest team. So this will work on the same principle. They don't hit very hard. The key to this team is just the fact that they keep reviving, and that Kara's got the slow-moving AI, and so it will time you out. You won't make any progress. So this is a team that I like to use against Night Sisters, but this team is a bit more annoying than Night Sisters, and it will definitely work here. The secret to it is the weapons tech. Put the tank tech on Old Ben, so they got to keep focusing on him. He'll be your punching bag. And then the weapons tech on Wampa provides the same thing, the no revives. Once you take revives out of the equation, this team falls apart. You just get rid of one tank, then get rid of the second one, and she will retreat with her summoned soldier that she has. So there they go. You get rid of half the board, 53 banners, and didn't use too heavy of a team to beat it and get through. And I knew he was hiding his Galactic Ray back there. He did it to me last time, I think, put her in back. And it's not a bad strategy if your opponent burns theirs up front because they don't think you set it. But I knew that she would be back there, so I wanted to save that. You can see that he's just got some B teams back there. A lot of us do that, do the same thing, put some B teams back there, and maybe you get lucky. At this point, I'm thinking if I should go up top. If I wanted to, I could skip clearing that back zone and clear the top and ships and guarantee me a 3-zone clear, you know, and kind of guarantee the win. And I really hate to do that. I want to clear off the Galactic Legend and just finish off the bottom. You know, I hate to just leave her there and be like, oh, I got stuck on his Ray, you know, even if I end up getting stuck up top instead. So these are the easiest teams, I think, the most straightforward, and I'm also running out of time. I don't know if you guys saw the time left when I showed the overhead view, but I'm in the last couple hours, and I was just doing battles as I had time. I was really busy with real life and just some emergencies that had come up, so I didn't have very much time to go through this. I was grateful to be able to attack it all, actually. So I'm just hustling to try to get my battles in as I can. And so I picked the ones that I knew, okay, I can get some more clearing done here, and it's pretty straightforward, easy. I don't have to think too much about it. So we're going after the Ray, using my own Kylo. You guys know how that goes. I got both of the add-ons stunned. Everybody's in their damage immunity, so I can't really do anything. You know, what can you do? I've got his AoE up, so we'll just go ahead and use that. I used it on both to try to weaken them both a little bit. It just makes it easier. Now we'll take out L3, be done with her, and now it's down to just Ray. You know, as always, the key is to pump up the ultimate meter. So I just want to build that up so that way I get the full 100% usage out of it. She did her ultimate. Hux was still alive to share the damage from it. Now I can pop my ultimate and I'm golden. I've never lost when I've had 100% ultimate meter there. So knocked her out. Got my 47 banners. That's pretty par for the course there. Next, he's got Finn lead with the bros. You guys have seen this plenty of times. It's a really solid team if you don't have CLS. If your opponent's going to use their CLS against it, then it goes down just like this. You stun Finn, take him out. Now it's Chewie's turn. Try to get a stun on Poe. Got the stun. Now we'll work on stunning the old Finn. Look at that. They're both under control. Not doing any damage. Not getting to go. That's it. I mean, they haven't even gotten to do anything, and we're already taking them out. So just Finn left to clean up. There we go. Easy 54. But if you don't have that team, you can get royally screwed. Now we'll move on to the next one. It says Newt team, Newt with Dooku and Magna. And that's fine. I got my Geos saved for that, and they end up working pretty well. Going after Magna here just because kind of have to. I'm still reading the abilities to make sure, you know, which one does what. I want to make sure and use the right things at the right time. And I'm just waiting until Spy's ability's got the big hit, but I don't think it's time to use it yet. I want to wait and be able to take out Dooku with it, and I was stuck under taunt, so I didn't use it there. Got to clear off the extortion as soon as you can. We don't want to get tore up by that. And now here we go. Now's our chance to take Dooku out. Did it with the big hit. Now we can go after Magna and get him out of there and work on Newt. And it's much easier without Dooku stunning half the team and feeding turn meter and all that stuff. Working on Magna, got him down into the yellow. Just got to keep piling after him to get him out of there. Now we're free to go after Newt. So we'll take him out pretty quick because he's pretty squishy, even with relics. All my Geos are decently relic now, so I don't have to worry about it. It's only 3v3, but they're all relic 5 or better. And look at that, got 54 banners. So they did their job. And now he's got that Poggle team. That can be trouble if you're running out of good stuff, but if you have a synergy squad like this JTR, I mean, she obviously works really well with BB-8 and R2. So as long as you've got a squad with some decent synergy, you can take it out without too much trouble. I did the wave on Droideka because I wanted to be sure and not have Droideka go and get under the shield with the damage immunity and all that. And then while I got ability block on the Droideka, left me free to be able to work on Poggle and take him out. So I did that. Now I can go after Droideka. I just don't want him to get into damage immunity if I can help it. So we're trying to take him out before that happens. And a good way to do that is landing stuns with R2. I know people like to use C-3PO with their Rey, but I really like R2 just for the stuns and that extra bit of control that he gives you. That's just my own preference. And so now I can go after Jango. He doesn't have his damage immunity. I just got to make sure he doesn't end up killing R2. You see R2 down in the yellow there. So I don't want him to die. Nothing else to really do. I stealth him and put it on BB-8 because at least BB-8 gains foresight half the time. So I figured maybe that'll help a little bit. And there we go. Used a stun to control Jango. Sometimes it doesn't land, but when it does, so much the better. Not perfect. 50 banners. But again, I just got through it, cleared off his whole bottom, and I went and checked back on the Jedi that I still had in that bottom, and he went 2 battles on each and didn't make a dent. So he's stuck. He's not getting through. We're going to go clear off as many of these teams as we can before time runs out. So we're going after his Grievous team now. You guys have seen me use this. It's pretty reliable. It just sucks that it's low banners. 48 banners usually for Rex-led clones. And I'm using Rex with 5s and then with Arc. I figure it's a good place to use Arc because you've got the extra clones so you can give the turret to somebody. Get that little bit of extra damage. Seems helpful. And you do need to be able to make super clones, so you got to have your 5s. Right there you can see they got down to low health and Grievous did his thing and triggered 5 sacrifice. Now I can go after B2 and we're waiting for Rex's big hit to come around and there it goes. So aim straight at Grievous, take him out, and now it's just cleaning up B2. So that's textbook how this team is supposed to work. 48 banners. That's how it's done. Alright, next we're going after his Darth Revan team. This is just me throwing in a burner real quick. And if you set a heavy enough defense to trip your opponent up, then you have the luxury of doing that. If your opponent just one-shots all your stuff because you set an easy defense, then you can't do that, and then your team won't be able to work. So I'm no expert with the Padme against Darth Revan. My Padme never was able to work against Darth Revan. So I figured the best shot would be to send in a burner, let them use their specials, except they didn't end up using them in the order that, I'd like them to. It worked out a little differently. So I burned off some specials and I'm using my Padme. And the key for me on this is to take out Darkside Bastila. If I can get her out, then I know I can clean it up with my bounty hunters if I had to. So that's all I'm worried about. Got her out, so that's good enough for me. Now anything else is bonus. If I can just kill the whole team, that'd be great. But if not, that's where your backup squads kind of come into play. So you got to really be careful when choosing your defenses, what kind of things you leave yourself. A lot of people like to put bounty hunters on defense. They like to put their crew first order on defense. And those are great cleanup squads. Like here you can see that my GK is gone. My Anakin, I tried to heal him up. And of course, Malik keeps going after him. I was trying to land healing immunity. And I just couldn't get Malik down. But that's fine. We've all had to clean up a lone Malik before. And the best way to do that, even in 5v5, if it's just a lone Malik is a lone Malik, you only need this first order trio right here. Crew, OG Kylo, and Fox. As long as you have them three, it's easy to clean up a lone Malik. And a lot of people set these guys on defense and they get one shot by a JTR or something. I'd much rather have them to get rid of Malik because this is where they shine. So they can do other things too, but if your opponent's setting Darth Revan, you'll be glad that you have this in case you need to multi-shot their squad. And so right here you see that their Malik isn't really getting to do much of anything. He tries to drain crew and it's pretty useless. And then Executioner just goes in with his big hit and there we go. And now we've got his Night Sisters. I sent in a burner against them too just because I wanted to burn off spirits, big hit with the stun, and I didn't want a Mother Talzin to do her AoE with the plague, and my opponent was already stuck as I mentioned, so all I need to do is just clear off some squads. So at this point I can send in as many burners as I want to try to improve my odds. Like I said, if you set a tough enough defense, then it gives you the wiggle room to be able to have those options. If you have to one-shot everything, then you just got to pray that your squad works to begin with. And sometimes that ain't the case, Here they're getting stunned pretty well, but it's Bosk lead, so they are pretty durable. You can see that I got rid of Mother Talzin pretty early, so I don't have to worry about her doing anything. Got rid of Asajj there. Now it's just working on clearing up Spirit. And look, I do plenty of damage. I got the contract. Unfortunately, I couldn't circle back around to Mando to do a disintegrate just for fun, and got 31 banners there. That was as far as I could make it. I was down in the final minutes. I did throw a couple things at the Jedi Knight Revan squad just to see if I could do anything, but, there's nothing. If he's got Jedi Knight Revan with Jolie and Grandmaster Yoda, just like I do down there in the bottom, yeah, you're not getting through it if you just have C and D squads left. There's nothing that's going to punch through that, even trying to grind it down. So we both got stuck there. Tough defenses all around. I've been chatting with my opponent. Nice guy. He said he learned a lot last time we fought, and he's looking forward to the video to see how his defenses performed. So I think it's good information. I think I've learned a lot, and I think he'll learn being able to see his defenses perform. So that was a good week for me. 3-0 this week. I'm happy with that. And we'll catch you guys in the last week coming up. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.